All right, let's pick up and talk about your money and the midterms. How are these results going to affect your investments? Let's bring in for some sector winner and losers, Jonas Ferris, MaxFunds.com co-founder and a Fox Business contributor, and Joseph Sroka, Chief Investment Officer at NovaPoint. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Look, okay, so Jonas, the first thing we heard from Nancy Pelosi, who of course believes that she will again be the House Speaker, is that something that is normally that is bipartisan would be the issue of infrastructure. This could be good for the industrials. This could be good for the sector, the construction sector in general. What do you say to that?
Yeah, well, I think there was it was like a kindergarten race where there was some award for everybody, I think you could kind of say, and that includes investors in some way. I think there's no, I think the best thing for the market in general, though, was that this kind of gridlock is going to stop more spending and more tax cuts, which is going to send interest rates down. I think we're already seeing that early. The only area, to your point, that's going to see any kind of potential additional spending could be like construction equipment for build-outs, infrastructure. Those companies are also going to benefit instantly from the dollar, which is now coming down already early because it was going up a little too strong under Trump, and it was hurting companies that export in addition to the trade war. So there's some winners there. I would say bonds is a good place to be. Foreign stocks, if our dollar comes down, you'll do better with the adjustment in foreign stocks. Okay. Media companies, the spending was absurd. Florida was a big winner. Sucking in all this money is now going to get spent around here in advertising and marketing.
It will.
It will. I would say weed stocks lost, even though they won the Michigan ballot. I don't think the judges' situation is going to be very conservative still in America with the Senate control, and that's not good for like federal legalization like you had, more across Canada. I would say Democrats have to get weed legalization on the ballot because that's how you get Democrats out to vote. That's what happened in Michigan.
We're going to get
Florida,
to that.
If they had marijuana on the ballot, they would have had more Democrats.
I love you. We're going to get to that actually coming up a little bit later on the show. We're going to get to some of those ballot measures, and yes, pot was on there, but I'm not going to talk about pot stocks. I do want to talk about, Joe, the banks, because if you've got Maxine Waters running House Financial Services, is that a bad thing for the banks? I mean, it's been so nice to see so many regulations pulled away from the banks. It's been good for the stocks. Do you think is there going to be a sea change, do you think, under Waters' leadership if she runs that committee?
I don't think there was any big winners.
Let me take that to Joe really quick, and then I'll let you respond, Jonas. Sorry. Joe, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I don't think we claw back anything on the banks, but certainly I think there'll probably be a cease of, further deregulation of the banks. Certainly, I think M&A gets a little more scrutiny, especially as it could impact the consumer. We're in a little bit less of a pro-business environment in the House now with Representative Waters. So, yeah, I think it's probably a mild negative for the banks.
Okay. And Jonas, we are seeing really quick futures pointing higher real quick. Lauren's guest talking about the fact they're going to try and impeach the president. They're going to try and launch new investigations, subpoena people, go after White House officials. Market's worried about that, Jonas?
No, because, again, I don't think anybody got enough power in this to get anything done. There's going to be a lot of, positioning for the next election, but there's nothing going to radically happen. I think that's overall good for the markets. That includes, healthcare. I don't think there was no clear win for Medicare for all. We're not going to go back. Profits in that sector are not going to go away now from Obamacare. Yeah. So I would say it's steady as it goes.
Healthcare really quick. Joe, last word. Do you like what you saw last night? Yes or no?
I think it was done as expected. The market likes certainty. The election came out the way it was supposed to, or at least the way people predicted it to. Okay. So I think we're all good from here.
All right. Jonas and Joseph, wish we had more time, guys. Crazy night. Thanks for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.